Ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Welcome everyone to a brand new ATP and WTA tennis season. Let's go! Come on! So hopefully everyone has had a great off season, and hopefully everyone is energized for the new season, which is now. I know Carla's ready.
I'm so happy. I'm ready to watch a lot of tennis.
Ditto. So hopefully everyone is energized for the new season. This year, what some of our goals are, and this has to do with your feedback, is that we wish to make these shows a bit shorter. I know a lot of you last year had mentioned that we love your show, but sometimes they get a little long, and none of us have as much time to watch it as we would like. So we're going to try to shorten that, right?
Yeah, you can't blame them. It's hard to sit through an hour and a half sometimes, you know?
Right.
Even an hour.
So how we're going to do that is last year we would actually read all of your comments on air, and sometimes we would be reading comments for an hour or more. We are still going to be reading all of your comments, but instead of reading every one of them and taking up so much of your precious time, we're going to respond and go back and forth in the comment section below, as we always have been, and then we'll pick and choose which topics and also direct quote those viewers that have brought up topics for discussion and etc., and try to speed this up for you guys. In case you're new here, we do have a lot of new viewers since our last show. I guess you could say business is 5K Tennis. I don't know if you can see this. But we are a family of 5 kids, and hence the name 5K Tennis. So I don't know if you can see that, but it was there, but my skills aren't very well at keeping it there. But we have 5 kids, and we do some coaching for high school and our own children, but predominantly it's tennis racket stringing that we do. But if you were wondering what 5K Tennis is, now you know. So, Carla, by the way, keeps up with all the comments. We both get directly involved with all of your comments and do our best to respond pretty much immediately. So keep the comments coming if you're new, and if you're not, you know this already. So I cleaned up our channel page a little bit last year at the end of the season. We had some feedback, and we go to your channel, and the videos were kind of all jumbled up. So I went in and I created some separate playlists. So that way, the podcast or this show's videos are in one section, some racket stringing videos are in another section, random things, another section, etc. So hopefully it's better for you, but we're still working on it.
Yeah.
I also, if you're new to this channel, always do a tennis racket or prize giveaway for every major tournament. So again, if you're new to this channel and you don't know this already, or if you're not new to this channel and you know this already, then no worries, you already know the drill here. So what I did is I'm not going to spend 10 minutes of your time explaining how those rules work. So I created this morning a separate playlist for the rules and what is going to be given away for the upcoming major tournament. In this sense, it's the Australian Open. So I created a video, it's about 8 or 9 minutes long, that discusses the racket giveaway, the tennis racket giveaway for the Australian Open, and that is already there now. So if you're interested in winning the tennis racket for the Australian Open, then you can go to my playlist that is titled Tennis Racket or Prize Giveaway, something like that, but it is there now. So, yeah, check that out, but I'm ready to jump right into some of the 2019 warm-up tournaments and start getting into some of the topics that we have already come up with.
Also, let's not forget, for those viewers that have watched before, there is also a bet going on this year with Djokovic. Let's not forget that.
Okay, we're going to discuss Djokovic momentarily, so we'll talk about that then. If you're new to this channel, Carla likes to smack talk a lot, and sometimes she'll throw out these really incredible bets that she's willing to do, and unfortunately for her, last year she lost one of those bets and had to paint herself up with Djokovic words everywhere and do a whole show that way. So she does have a bet already pending for this year.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen, but yes, that bet is in place. So.
And we will get into that, all right? So welcome everybody back for the 2019 ATP WTA ITF, or just tennis in general season. I've had a good 2 months off. I'm excited to be here, and thanks to all of you for being back.
No, right? Not only that, the tennis channel will be putting more WTA tournaments, so it will be a little bit more even than what we had last year.
Okay, so I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So again, we'll deviate, and we're trying to save time, but we do talk a lot about we wish there was more exposure for women's tennis. On the tennis channel, we discussed that at length last year. Maybe they saw our videos then.
I don't know, but it's nice because now we'll get to know a lot of the female players that most of us do not know, unless you're a diehard tennis player or a diehard tennis fan.
Agreed. I think it's great stuff. Good news. I didn't quite know that, so I look forward to reading that. All right, so let's jump into the 2019 season. Let's go! Come on! Come on! Let's go! All right, so the Australian Open is knocking on the door, and the warm-up tournaments have begun, qualifying for the most point, and the top players are moving around. So I'm going to toss the upcoming 6 tournaments, 3 men's, 3 women's, 3 ATP, 3 WTA, that are going to be taking place now, qualies, and beginning Sunday, roughly as a time frame amongst them all. For the WTA, we have the Shenzhen Open in China. We have Brisbane, obviously, in Australia. We have Auckland in New Zealand. ATP, men's, we have Brisbane, Australia. So it'll be men and women. Doha, Qatar. I think that's Federer's place, but I think he might be playing Brisbane this year. I'm not quite sure, but he usually plays
Well, he's
Doha.
at the Hoffman right now.
Hoffman Cup in Britain.
Cup, yeah.
That's more exhibition, though, right?
Yes, so he's playing mixed doubles.
So, again, men, we have Brisbane, we have Doha, and we have Pune. I may be pronouncing that incorrectly. Maybe one of our loyal viewers and producers, in a say, of this show, Rajesh. Much love to you, Rajesh, for your help. Maybe you can correct my pronunciation on Pune, Pune in India. So all the big players are definitely moving around, with exception to Cilic. Marin Cilic just withdrew from Pune. Again, Rajesh, correct me there. With a knee injury. So I know that feeling very well. Currently, and again, to save your time, and we won't dwell on my knee injury. So it seems like all the players are moving around, right?
Yeah, we do have a tournament going on right now. It's called the Mubadala World Tennis Championship. Currently, Anderson beat Nadal in 3 sets, and he is waiting for the winner of Djokovic and Kachanov, aka Thor. Thor just beat Thiem in 2 sets.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
So I've heard about this. My shocking thought here, and I don't want to deviate to save time, but I'm surprised Nadal, with his recent knee injury, I think it was a slight tweak of the knee, and he might have even had an arthroscopic surgery on that knee, but I don't want to say that for sure, but I know he had an ankle injury at the beginning of the year. I'm surprised he wanted to push that hard against Anderson this early in the year.
I don't think he pushed hard. It went to 3 sets. We all know Anderson is a big server. I mean, the score was like 6-3, 6-4, 6-3. I'm sure Nadal does need to warm up before the Australian Open, so you need to test your knee a bit and how your body's feeling. So I don't think he was trying to win that match. I have a hard time believing that.
Agreed totally.
And I think Kachanov will probably even beat Djokovic. If Djokovic is smart, he's going to save, his energy for the big tournament. They just need warm-up.
We won't get into the disagreement here, but I have a really hard time believing Kachanov will beat Djokovic at all this year if they face.
Well, and you don't think of this small tournament?
No.
Okay.
No. Comment on that one below. I think Djokovic will own the likes of Kachanov this year. Anyway, we're going to move forward into topic number 1, and that is coaching changes for the men and women, or players that are still without a coach or have no coach. So I'm going to run through these. Simona Halep dropped Darren Cahill and is coachless. How does this help her, or how does it hurt her? Last time I checked, I think that Halep is still nursing a slight back injury. So we'll move forward from that one. Remember that. Nick Kyrgios still coachless. I think he has been for quite a while. If you followed the show last year, as much as I want to like young Nick, well, now not much very young anymore, right? He's not really that young anymore. I hope that he finds his way. If not, again, I won't get into the amount of talent that will be wasted if he doesn't grow up a little bit.
Hey, maybe if you see his promotion, you win tickets to be with him at the Australian Open. Maybe get lucky to meet him. I don't know.
I will just fly him here, and hopefully I can coach him.
I'll pass on that one. But
yeah, I'll pass on that one. If he improves and grows up, then I will support Nick. But until that point, I will continue to be standoffish with Nick. Victoria Azarenka moves back with her old coach.
Yes, this used to be Kerber's coach.
Used to be Kerber's coach. Yes, great call. I only hope that Victoria finds her way back. I think Vika is what a lot of people call her. I hope Vika finds her way back to the top of the game. She's been through a lot of personal stuff. Maybe going back with her old coach will help.
I think she will.
Hopefully this old coach cuts the screeching. Rahesh, no, I won't talk about screeching anymore.
That's who she is, Justin. That's never going to change.
Not a screech fan.
But that's not going to change.
Not a screech fan. Madison Keys leaves Lindsay Davenport, and now with Jim Madrigal, who was Tennis Sandgren's old coach. Again, not a huge Sandgren fan, but...
Good move for Madison Keys. It's time that I thought that relationship wasn't working out too well. Her tennis wasn't going anywhere.
Grigor Dimitrov hires on Andre Agassi as part of his entourage. We've discussed Grigor Dimitrov at length over the past year, and I've followed his game for maybe 10 years. There was a point in time I thought baby Federer or wannabe Federer would fall into his footsteps, but he continues to let us down. Will Agassi change his game? Will Agassi change his desire to play like somebody else, or will he finally find his own game?
Well, I mean, Agassi went through his up and downs in his tennis career, and he found a way to win more Grand Slams, so I think it's a good move. I'm surprised nobody hires Steffi Graf, because I mean, I would love to hire her as a coach.
Well, I think Agassi and Graf are husband and wife, so I'm sure there's some correlation there. Lucas Pouille. I used to be a big fan of Lucas Pouille, and I still am. A couple of years ago, I thought he would be top 3 in the world, top 5, maybe even number 1 at one point. I thought he would break through to the top, break through Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, and Murray at that point. He has taken on, Amelie Mauresmo?
Amelie Mauresmo has left as the Davis, as the captain for France, and she will now be coaching Pouille.
Don't you hit with actually Amelie Mauresmo?
Yeah, I actually like her as a player. I always admire her when she played. I thought she could have won more Grand Slams. So, I mean, good move. I think it's a good move for him. Murray was, she used to coach Murray before.
Yeah, so fun fact there is Carla actually plays with Amelie Mauresmo's racket. Not like just one that she played with and she ordered one, but actually her racket.
I've had it for many years and I ordered another one. So it's been, plus 10, no, actually longer than that, 12 years maybe.
And that's her autographed case behind you.
Yes.
All right, so go Pouille and let's go Mauresmo. Venus Williams drops her very long-time coach, which was shocking for me. I've always been a big Venus fan. I think this doesn't make much of a difference for Venus's future. I don't think this is going to make her win a major. She could. She might face Serena in a final, but I think Serena's going to be back.
I think Venus tennis is way behind her. It was smart to let go of her coach. I mean, nothing was changing. She had a bad year last year. She's getting older, and she did say, I read where she said that she's going to pick and choose the tournaments that she's going to play, you know? So it's not going to be a long tennis season for her.
Kind of Federer-esque, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's almost 39. She's like my age.
Good for her. Tom Brady-ish, too. Good for her. Sloane Stephens takes a hiatus from her very long-time coach. This was the shocking one for me. I like Sloane Stephens a lot. She is, with a Serena-less world, is American tennis on the women's side. Again, I know there's Naomi Osaka, who's Japanese, but she's trained and raised in the U.S. So I look at Osaka as an American player. However, Sloane Stephens, I don't know if this is the right call or not. Sometimes I saw too much of a father figure kind of look with Sloane Stephens' coach.
I think it is. I think
so
it's
maybe
time for
it's
her
good
to
for
change.
her.
I think it's time for her to change. You have to change something in your game. Yes, she was getting far in tournaments, but her mental tennis is not good, and she needs someone that's going to keep pushing her through that, you know, break through that. Just win.
Yeah,
don't worry if it's your friend. Who cares?
I always wish Donald Young would change his coach too. So maybe Sloane Stephens is making the right decision, and Donald Young never did it.
It's too late for Donald.
Too late.
Yeah.
All right, so last but not least on the coaching changes, Samantha Sam Stosur, one of my favorite players, and let's not forget, didn't she win the French Open or
She
US
won the
Open?
Australian Open and made it to a final against Lena.
Didn't she beat Serena?
She beat Serena in the finals of the US Open, which shocked a lot of us.
So she reunites with her junior coach, Nick Watkins, so good luck for the both of them. Let's go, Stosur. I'm rooting for you.
She's 36. She wants to keep playing longer.
And she's a strong woman. She can do something, but unfortunately, I don't think this coaching change at this point will make much of a difference. So surely there are more coaching changes, moves, or lack thereof that we missed. So please comment below and let us know what you think about these coaching changes and how you think this may or may not affect them or matter at all, and especially if we missed any major coaching moves.
Yeah, to me, when you're a tennis professional, the coaching is not about teaching you how to hit a shot or even strategy. I think it's more of getting mental, somebody, a friend that you can talk to that can push you, to get through those obstacles. Tennis is all mental, in my opinion.
I agree totally. Carla gets mental when I play her. So
yeah, I don't like the slicing, so I have to get through that.
All right. Topic number 2. Again, comment below, how do these moves help or hurt them, or does it even matter? Topic number 2, quickly. The Australian Open has now added a 5th set tiebreaker, leaving only the French Open, i.e. Roland Garros, as the one and only major that must end in a deciding 5th set by someone winning by 2 games. All the other majors now will end in a 5th set or deciding set tiebreaker, which includes the women as well, and 2 out of 3. Real quickly though, we have discussed this a lot last year, and I even did a video and vented harshly. I went off on a video not long ago, harshly, vented bad, about this on October the 19th. I was stringing a tennis racket. Someone asked me to watch me string her Marismo racket, actually. So I strung it, and then I started venting about this. So I don't want to waste a bunch of your time on this subject because we've discussed it at length. But if you are new here to this channel, and this is your first video this season, and you haven't seen them before, then put your comments below. We will discuss it with you. We will get back to you on your thoughts, why you like it or why you don't like it, or why you think it happened, or whatever the discussion that you want to portray to us. Please feel free. However, I have a video, and I'll give you the title of it so you can search it and find it. And that video is titled Wimbledon Tie Breakers and Final Set ? ATP WTA ITF. I did the video live on October the 19th, 2018, this year. And there's a current ongoing discussion there right now with a lot of comments recently, very recent, pardon me, hiccup. So there's a current discussion there, so as we speak. So if you wish to comment here, great. If you wish to listen to the video and hear my griping about it, I'm not in favor of it at all.
I am. I'm in favor. I think it's going to help these tennis players get through, so many people get injured playing these long matches, so I'm for it.
I think it's preposterous, and you should have shut the match down quicker. But we're not going to get into it here. Check out that video, Wimbledon Tiebreakers and Final Set, ATP WTA ITF. I'm stringing a racket, and it was done on October 19th. And it's on the playlist that I created today. Organization took front and center stage today. Let's go. It's on the playlist. I have now 9 playlists, I think, maybe 10. It's on the playlist Random Things and on our tennis podcast video playlist. But you have the title, so you can find it and watch me yell and string a racket, or you can just comment here about your thoughts on these tiebreakers now at majors. Topic number 3, moving forward. Do any winners or losers of these warm-up tournaments, the 6 I just listed and the one Carla caught me on that is currently ongoing, we're catching on, I think just beat TM.
Yes.
Do any of these warm-up tournaments change one's mind about any of your favorite players or any of the players that may win or may lose in these warm-up tournaments? Do the success of any of your favorite players or the top players, if they lose in the first round at Brisbane, and for example, does that change your mind about their success or lack thereof at the Australian Open? Why or why not? Let's talk about it below. You, Carla, how do you...
Personally, I don't think it changes my mind about anything. If Djokovic or Nadal lost in the first round, I wouldn't put too much emphasis on that match. I mean, they are trying... You have to warm up for a Grand Slam. You just have to get a taste of it,
I agree with Carla on if you're a top player, like top 10 and been hanging around.
Sure.
I mean, if Dimitrov loses in the first round, would I be worried? Yes. If Djokovic lost in the first round, would I be worried? No. If Lucas Pouille lost in the first round, would I be worried about his season with the new coach? Yes.
Sure,
if Nadal lost in the first round, would I be worried about it? No. Now, for me, Federer is a gray spot at this point, but we'll get into Federer and where I am with Federer at this point. Again, I'm a Federer fan, but I'm not scared to tell the truth. So anyway, with that said, for some players, I think these warm-ups are crucial.
For the young players, it's very crucial. They need to start accumulating these points. They need to get confident going into matches. Very important. All these small tournaments are very important for the younger generation.
I agree and disagree at the same time. Comment below. Does it matter if players lose in these warm-ups or does it not matter?
You know, most of the times that you have a player that just won a tournament, they come into a Grand Slam and they lose the first week. That happens a lot.
Comment below. Let's talk about it. So real quick, a topic that I really want to hear feedback on. I really want to hear these picks. And again, this plays into the tennis racket giveaway. The racket's sitting right here, by the way. So my current racket giveaway is this one. Okay, it's a nice stick. I strung it, hybrid, nice string setup. It's a Wilson Hammer Tour 95, fresh foundation grip, fresh over grip, freshly strung dampener, and our lovely card on it as well. So this is the racket giveaway frame. But with that said, before these warm-ups begin, comment below on who you think are your favorites to win the Australian Open. Men favorites, women's favorites, and who are your dark horses and why? Do you think Djokovic will win? I think we can all assume he's probably #1 at this point. Obviously, he's ranked #1. Is it Nadal? Is it Pui? Is it Anderson? Who is it and why? Females, who is it and why? And if it's a dark horse, who is it? I love dark horse picks. I love dark horse picks. And sometimes to win a tennis racket, just giving you a tip, sometimes you want to pick a dark horse. Okay? We've given away a few tennis rackets over the years, maybe 10, maybe? 8?
No, less. And then usually they go overseas.
Yeah, they
go overseas.
Yeah, I think we've given away...
They're bigger tennis hands.
I think we've probably given away 5 to 7. And I think every winner has had the racket shipped overseas.
Yeah. What does that tell you about tennis?
I don't know. Maybe American tennis needs some help, huh? Teaser topic on that.
We've talked about this before.
All right, we won't deviate, but that's a topic for the next show. Why is American tennis hurting so bad, and why do I keep shipping tennis rackets overseas? Not a problem with that. I love all of you. All right, I'd love to read your comments and discuss them below on the next video. That's an important one because the big part of our show has to do with giving away rackets for the rules, again, which are listed on the racket giveaway channel.
The Australian Open to me is one of the toughest slams to pick a champion because it's the first tournament of the year and it's the toughest, it's the hottest tournament too. A lot of retirements.
All right, here we go. Topic number 5. Have we seen the last major from Roger Federer? Has his time come to an end at the top? Don't forget, he won this last year. He has 2,000. That is 2,000. 2,000 points to defend here. If not, he drops outside of the top 10. Let's discuss that. I'm a huge Federer fan and had watched him play since he was probably 16, 17. I remember like yesterday when he beat Philippoussis to win his first Wimbledon. She is a Nadal fan, so we've been fisticuff a lot over these epic matches for a whole lot of years. Let's discuss that. We won't get into it here. I can only anticipate a lot of great comments on this. Has Federer met the end by means of Father Time?
I think he'll surprise us.
We'll see.
I'll say that.
He's got a whole lot of points to defend.
He'll surprise us.
Topic number 6. Rafael Nadal, besides the French Open, has his body had enough? Even at the French Open, has his body had enough? Can Djokovic come in and beat him on clay? Now, if I remember correctly, didn't Robin Soderling beat him in clay before and won a French Open? No,
he did not.
No, Federer beat Soderling.
I don't think that I still believe in Nadal, and I think he will win the French Open.
I'm a Soderling fan. Too bad the injury. I used to love Soderling. I still do. Soderling should coach. Maybe he does.
He was thinking of coaching.
Let's go, Robin Soderling. Let's go. Love you, bro. He had an ankle injury early in the year. Now he's had the knee. I know the feeling with the knee. I won't get into that.
But he was smart to take off.
I think Thomas knows about the knee.
He was smart to take off.
Let's go, Thomas. Let's go. All right, so let's discuss that. Has Nadal's body seen enough? Can he win the French Open again? Can he win another major again?
Yes. Yes.
Of course she's going to say that.
Of course I'm going to say yes.
Topic number 7. Young Zverev. Can young Zverev finally win another major? I don't want to get into all this again. We've discussed Zverev a million times in the past 100 shows. He's put muscle mass on. He's spent time in the gym. I understand that. He just came off a big win in London at the Tour Finals. But as you know, if you watch the show, Carl and I don't really care squat about these exhibitionist type matches. I don't think that his win in London, I think he won that, right?
He did win it.
I don't think his win there is going to change my mind that he won't win a major this year. Let's discuss it. Does young Zverev win another major? Or win his first major? Does he?
I don't think so. I mean, I think he took the right step in hiring Ivan Lendl. I just don't see him winning.
I
don't see it.
I think, sorry to interrupt, I think the young Australian kid De Minaur has a better chance of winning a major before Zverev. I also think Borna Coric, who I'm a huge fan of, and all my guys in Serbia that are on my team with Djokovic and Coric, I think they would agree with me as well.
Didn't have one of the viewers tell us there's a player called Tipsarevic is coming back to the tour?
Yes. I forgot who, but it was Stefan. It was Stefan. Yeah, so it was Stefan. Yeah, so Stefan is one of our Serbian followers, a devout follower. It helps us with a lot of facts, and a lot of this stuff comes from Stefan, the Raheshes and the B-Dogs, and the list goes on and on and on with the help that we get for this show. But he sent me a picture, an actual picture of Tipsarevic playing and warming up for this season. Let's go!
And I love Tipsarevic.
I do too.
I don't enjoy Djokovic, but I like Tipsarevic.
Unfortunately, though, Stefan, I don't think Tipsarevic does much of anything, but I'm glad to see him back.
Well, we got Tsonga that's coming back too, and Berdych. These are players that are veterans that are coming back.
No shot for Tsonga. Maybe Tsonga, but definitely not Berdych. Well, maybe.
Never know.
All right, moving forward. Topic number 8. This was off the top of my head earlier when I was writing this. Why have tennis rackets become so expensive? I understand there's economics. I understand there's inflation. I understand there's materials. I understand there's the price of the game. I play personally with a $4 tennis racket I got at a garage sale. Now, it's a nice racket. It's old, but I strung it, granted, so I can kind of tweak it so I can play with any racket on my own. But I like it better than any new racket that I've demoed. So I don't want to discuss it at length. Carla plays with the Marismo racket from, 1995 or 6?
I've tried the newer rackets. I don't know.
So
I can't play with them.
So your thoughts? Why have rackets become so expensive, and why is it that rackets have become almost unaffordable for even the people that can afford nice things? Some people don't want to spend $250, $300 on a racket and $40 on a set of strings. So anyway, moving forward from that, the last topic that I have today, tennis related, is will Djokovic win all 4 majors this year? All right, so Carla has a bet, and we're going to end this, but Carla has a bet that she will do something insane on air if he wins all 4 majors.
He will not win all 4. You guys have to be dreaming.
Can he do it? Let's discuss it.
He'll win maybe 2. I'll give him that.
Can he do it? Let's discuss it and why. You know I think he can do it. Carla thinks no way, and she's put herself out there to make a fool of herself if he doesn't. Comment below. Lastly, we were asked to do a brief segment on health-related things on our videos this year, and to discuss it as well on every show. So this is brief, this is quick, so we got to end it. Today's topic is vegan, vegetarian, or not, and why. We have family and friends that are vegan, vegetarian, and we are not. My father's a vegetarian, we have friends that are vegan. So tonight we were invited to have an all-vegan dinner. So our health positive step for today will be a vegan dinner. Your thoughts? Vegan, vegetarian, or who cares?
I think Rahesh is also another viewer that's also vegan as
well.
Right,
so we're going to run out of time, but I want to read your comments on this one. Is being a vegan or a vegetarian or being a meat eater like I am, and at this point, proudly, I believe in protein. I work out a lot. I eat like 150 grams of pure protein a day, whether it's protein shakes, tuna fish out of the can, chicken out of the can. I do it. Good, bad, or not. But we are having a vegan dinner tonight. Your thoughts? So, love to read them. So, that's it. Hopefully, everyone is ready for a busy year from us here at 5K Tennis. Click a like below, share the videos, and subscribe. There's a PayPal link below if you wish to contribute. It does take a lot of energy and motivation and stuff to give away rackets, so we would love contributions. Not asking, but just saying to give away rackets and strings, it does help. So, there's a PayPal link below for that. If not, don't worry about it. We'll handle it anyway. And I can't wait to discuss and read your comments. We'll respond, and we will talk about those comments on the next show. Until then, see you later. As Carlo always says,
Adios.
let's go! Oh.
There was a knee.
There you go.